Welcome, friends. Today I am showing you how I am going to finish this page. I started it on a live over on Instagram if you want to see that. But today we're going to finish it. I sewed this cute little sweater, and then I added some glitter. The tree branches were just super tiny, and I had already poked the holes to sew them, but it started to tear, so I had to change my mind, and we went to glitter instead. I don't love it, but it will definitely be adorable on here. So I think we're just gonna go ahead. Yes, we're just gonna go ahead and glue this guy down, and we may come back and add some things as we go, but as for now, I'm just going to add this. And this is the sweater prompt. I know this is a little different, which is what I was going for. And some of you know that oops, that's stuck under there. I chose this Christmas movie as my inspiration. So that was super fun. So I love that. I may put something right there. I am not super sure yet. And over here, we're gonna add this guy. So I found this old printable. I have absolutely no idea where it came from, but I think it will look good because it kind of looks like a sweater. So I just think it's cute. So we're gonna use this, and here's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it a little different than normal. Let's make a huge, I'm gonna have to use something different for that. Let's make a huge mess while I take that out. It's super hard to work in a small space with this album. So we're gonna move the album to the side, and let's get some, this will work for that. We may have to go back in and add a few more, but for now, I think that will work just fine. Because I'm gonna probably come back in here. I wanna add, I think, an enamel dot here, and maybe the date right there, just for fun. Okay, now let's go back to this guy, and we're gonna do the same thing. We just need a little bit of gluey glue here, and we're just gonna mat it with this guy. Okay, now this is how I'm gonna trim it down, because I don't want to measure, because you know how I am, and it may or may not turn out great, but I think it'll be fine. So I'm just kind of eyeballing where I'm, oops. So that didn't quite cut there. So I'm just gonna grab my scissors, trim it off. And then go over here and about cut it here. And that's pretty good. So now I have that matted, and let's grab our little guy, and he is gonna actually need to be smaller. So that's good that we haven't glued anything. Nothing's permanent at this point. We have to trim it a little bit more all the way around, which is okay. feel like my picture is off for some reason. Oh, that actually, the bottom didn't even need it. I feel like my picture is not cut straight, but that's neither here nor there at this point. Okay, yes, that is much, much better. And I think this is where I'm gonna do my journaling. So I think I'm going to grab, I have a red piece of paper from the Mommy Mudley Making Things Merry collection. That it's a $5 collection, and there is over 50 sheets, I believe, including papers, ephemera bits, elements, all the things. There's doilies, there's, oh my, there's so many things, and all the proceeds go to the 988 hotline for suicide. It looks like 5.5. I have to measure this one because I want it to cover it completely. I think 5.5 by 7 and 1. So go head on over to the Mommy Muddling shop at Etsy and pick up your printables. I think there's also a place if you don't want to purchase the printables, you can still donate to the hotline if you would like. And I think that's something that her and I chose to do together, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to do that with her. Okay, now that should cover the entire thing. Welcome, friends. Today I am showing you how I am going to finish this page. I started it on a live over on Instagram if you want to see that. But today we're gonna finish it. I sewed this cute little sweater, and then I added some glitter. The tree branches were just super tiny, and I had already poked the holes to sew them, but it started to tear, so I had to change my mind, and we went to glitter instead. I don't love it, but it will definitely be adorable on here. So I think we're just gonna go ahead. Yes, we're just gonna go ahead and glue this guy down, and we may come back and add some things as we go, but as for now, I'm just going to add this. And this is the sweater prompt. I know this is a little different, which is what I was going for. And some of you know that oops, that's stuck under there. I chose this Christmas movie as my inspiration. So that was super fun. So I love that. I may put something right there. I am not super sure yet. And over here, we're gonna add this guy. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead, and this is one of the other papers because I like to print everything double-sided. I don't ever want to lose space. However, we're not using the back side of this one for this particular portion of the project, which is fine. quite a bit on there just because it's going to be a whole page. Okay, there we go. Now it will break up that pink and it will be very nice. Okay. Yes, I like that. I like that. And then now I'll just use this grid for my journaling. I think that will work nicely. So we'll go ahead and put some runner tape on here. Put this guy on here. And yes. And then over here, I'm going to actually write all of the videos or all the movies that I watch, all the Christmas movie that I watch. And then I'll probably do like a little rating over here on the other side. So that will come in time. All right, so I found a couple more things I want to add as I was starting to clean up. And these little elements are from Illustrated Faith, Come and Carol. You can find them on the interwebs. And I just thought that they would look super cute on here. I really like that. Bring it to life just a little bit more. And that's the one thing about crafting for me, is that I can come up with a base, which is what we would call this. I have the base, and then I'll come back and add bits and bobs and trinkets and things throughout my process. Like I've already added a few things on some of the other pages that we've done, if you've been following along. And I just like that. I like that I have the option to do that. It's my book, right? Okay, so this little guy right here, this is an extremely old Brad. I'm talking 2014, maybe older. I don't know. But I didn't, we've already put this together. We've already glued all of the things. So I needed to put it on here. So I just took my wire cutters and I cut the arms of the Brad and I added a pop dot. And I am just going to add that right there to make it look like that's the hanger. And I think that is super cute. So now we've added a couple of the bits from the Illustrated Faith, and we're gonna add more down here. Probably I'll add more over here as well once I get started. But for now, this is what we're gonna do. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, turn your notifications on, all the things, and especially keep it crafty while documenting your December.